Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LEA's Arena for tonight's South Atlantic Conference Carolinas wrestling match between your Newberry College Wolves and the Belmont Abbey College Crusaders. The all-time record in this match is your Newberry College Wolves, 16 wins, and Belmont Abbey College having 2. The last one coming for the Crusaders is in 2021. Darrell Brown's first year as a coach, and obviously Ken Caudell's last year as a coach. But this year they're coached by Randy and Scott Bozak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to LEA's Arena on the campus of Newberry College for today's contest between the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey College and your Newberry College Wolves. Conference Carolinas and its member institutions promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the style competition. Also, the possession or consumption of alcohol is prohibited by the NCAA. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to please rise as the playing of our national anthem.
All right, folks, like I stated earlier, tonight's Belmont Abbey Crusaders are coached by Scott Bozak and Randy D'Angelo. And your Newberry Wolves are coached by Darrell Brown and Brian Blanton. Let's walk through tonight's lineups as we get into the match headed to at 125 pounds for Newberry. We have Ricky Springs. And for Belmont Abbey, we have Kyle Simpson. At 133 pounds, we have Caden Pelk versus Elijah Carrington from your Crusader lineup. At 141, we have Cole McCullough versus Luke Kunath. At 149, we have Sebastian Melendez versus Skylar Cabin. At 157, we have the Afghan sensation from Afghanistan, Bashir Othmani versus Will Nix. At 165, the Haggerty product, Bo Perkins versus Austin Mary. At 197, the May River product, Josh Echeverria versus Christian Arrington. And at a new weight class tonight, John Parker Wilson's going down from 197 to 184 to wrestle Kyler Pickard. And at 197, we have Ben Valdez, the Woodward Academy product, versus Caleb Moore. And at 285 from Blythewood, we have Rylan Madison versus Eddie Morales. Tonight's match will decide the winner of the Conference Carolina Division, moving in with Pembroke, going into the playoffs here for the Conference Carolina South Atlantic Conference Division. A lot of good action. For those of you at home, I fully expect the 141-pound weight to be an exciting match, the 149-pound weight to be an exciting match, and last but not least, the 184-pound weight to be the best match of the night. You have nationally ranked Kyler Pickard versus John Parker Wilson, moving down a weight class, adjusting to the new weight. Guy who's been there, who's well seasoned. So we're excited to see what happens here in LEA's Arena tonight. Tonight's officials, Paul Krause, a local product, not too far up the road. Long-time Division II NEIA official Paul Krause, so we're excited to see what happens tonight. And Paul Krause talking about the rules out there tonight and making sure they're aware of new rule changes, and obviously about to flip that coin to see what happens here. And here we go at 125. Ricky Springs getting ready to come out to shoot here tonight for your Newberry Wolves against Kyle Simpson. Should be an exciting match here to start the duel off for both of these South Atlantic Conference Carolina foes. As stated before, Belmont Abbey is 2-15 all times against Newberry College tonight. So we'll see if they can make that 3, or will Newberry make it 16. Right now in the Conference Carolinas, they do the top 4 teams, 2 in each division. They go and wrestle in the finals. Pembroke has secured a spot. Lander has secured a spot. And Montevallo University has secured a spot. The winner tonight will secure the last spot in the top 4 to be able to garnish that for their program. Nice shot there by Simpson. Ricky's being very stingy there with that finish. He's trying to sit the corner, maybe go short side cradle. We'll see what happens here if Simpson can't work up. He steps over and he hooks, and looks like Simpson might be in trouble here. He might slide that leg in. He might go near side cradle. Jeff Jagger's cradle here on that near side if Simpson can't work up. Simpson's trying to get flat and get low here. We got 3 yelling for the crowd, and we have a stalemate from official Paul Krause. And we're neutral. My high school coach used to say 125-pounders are a dime a dozen because you have to recruit 106, 113, 120, and 126. 4 weight classes to fill 1. And so at this level, you got to think the coaches are very selective with who they put out there at this weight class at a high level. And so both of these guys have to represent the body of work from potentially 4 high school weight classes. Nice shot attempt there by Simpson. Tries to cut the corner, and Simpson is trying to keep them hands locked, but Springs is doing a fantastic job of stuffing that head, keeping that head stuck to the mat here. Kip over there, we might have a near fall. Nope, looked like potentially dangerous almost there, but nothing yet, signified by Paul Krause. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Nobody's cutting the corner like Paul Krause is about to hit a stalemate here with 1 minute here left in the period. And here we are in the neutral position. 1 minute left here in the period. Let's see if one of these individuals can come out in the top position with a takedown secured. So far in this match, Simpson's taken 2 shots. Springs has not taken a shot yet, but it's still early. Nice shot attempt by Springs there. He goes for that lat grab. He's going out front to that short half. Let's see if he can whip it across. We have a high leg over there attempt by Simpson, and Springs drops to a single. He's going to adjust at the bottom there and try to cartwheel over while Simpson tries to scoot and cut the corner. 30 seconds here left in the period. Springs has got to go head underneath that leg. Head underneath that leg to keep Simpson from scooting around, and he's going to try to double off. We'll see what happens in this position with 20 seconds left in the period. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Springs is trying to double off and get across there. He's going to lock a cradle up. We're nailing 3 here. He's got a cradle locked up. We don't know what's going on here with the officials, Paul Krause. Nothing yet. Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. We're neutral, and we're going 0-0 ahead of the second period. What an exciting first period here. 0-0. A lot of action. Two young cats letting off some steam. All right, Simpson's choice, and Simpson decides to take the bottom position. Springs is going to take the top position, so we'll see what happens here in the next 2 minutes. Simpson's up to his feet, and Springs lets him go. Great, short, quick stand up there by Simpson. Let's see what happens with Springs here on his neutral position. We both saw in the first period that Simpson had 2 leg attack attempts and got in deep, but Springs' defense was fantastic. Now we're to the point where at the end of that first period, Springs got in deep with a leg attack, and Simpson was jumping. Nice re-attack attempt there by Springs. He's got to go up. He's got to go up, folks. He's got to pull Simpson on. He's got to elevate here. Coach Brown and Coach Blanton yellow. We got a double off here. And we have a nothing yet, nothing yet. Simpson was able to get that far side hip up here. Nothing yet. 1:15 here left. Simpson, now we got a 3-point takedown on the edge. And Simpson's yelling for injury time. Looks like Simpson there did not like the way his knee bent on that outside edge there. Obviously, when he made that adjustment of trying to slip that leg, looks like his knee got caught, and we'll see what happens here in this 2-minute timeout by the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Looks like their athletic trainers over there trying to do an ACL test, potentially maybe a patella tendon test. We'll see what happens here as we have about 1 minute and 40 seconds here left in injury time. Looks like Simpson's going to be ready to go. It could be a mental break. He's trying to deal with the deflate of having to give up that takedown there on the edge, and hopefully he can regroup. But as y'all know in NCAA rules, if you take injury time, the opposite team gets choice, and Springs is going to take down. So Springs is up 3-1 currently. Is this a ploy by Simpson, or is this Springs going to take advantage here and take a 4-1 lead with 1:02 left in the second period? All right, Springs is set. Simpson's on top here. 1:09 left in the period. And Kraus on the whistle. Springs up to his feet. And he turns and cut, and it's 4-1 Wolves. Nice shot attempt there by Springs. Cracking forward and look to limp. Watch that shoulder, limp that arm out there, go far side hip. When he cracks him forward there from that sewing machine position, he's got to limp that arm out. And obviously Simpson's doing a great job of being stingy. And looks like we have a 3-point takedown here. If I'm official Paul Kraus, he's got both hips, he's got both legs. He's got to call this a takedown. There it is. 7-1. 20 seconds here left in the period. If I'm Springs, keep him down, right? You're up by 6 here. You got 20 seconds of advantage time here, maybe 30 seconds at the end of the period. Springs has got to keep him down here because he gets choice here in the third period and work toward that major decision. Big return here by Springs. Got to return him. You got 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1, and we are in the end of the second period here, the first weight class tonight. And now it will be Springs' choice, and Brown and Blanton are telling him to go down. Take bottom. He's got to power up there from that bottom position. And right off the whistle there, looks like Simpson's going chop. Springs is doing a good job of shifting his weight to the opposite side. Simpson hop sides, try to cradle there. Looks like he's going claw, maybe trying to do a big boy or a claw to crotch lift there. Springs is being very stingy there in that base position. Trying to fight risk, trying to get a cut. We have a stall warning green, and we have a 1-point escape red. So currently, as it stands, if Springs gets a takedown, he has a major decision locked up from Newberry College Wolves. Simpson does have a warning. Simpson has to open up and wrestle here. So let's see what happens here if you're Simpson. Obviously being down 8-1 here with, oh, nice drag attempt there by Springs. 1:15 here left in the period. You're good. Coach Blanton and Coach Brown are yelling him single leg attempt there. He's in deep here. He's got to clear that outside leg there. He's got to be able to watch that position and watch the scramble here. Maybe try to cartwheel over. If I'm Paul Krause, you got to watch that ankle on that far side. Make sure that ankle doesn't come outside the knee joint. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Got to pop his head here, 40 seconds here left in the period. Springs needs this takedown here to get a major decision. 30 seconds here left in the period. The Newberry bench is yelling. Put 2 shots together. He's going to be stingy here because he understands how important this bout is for this duel. Springs has got 15 seconds here left. And looks like Simpsons is trying to be stingy. 13 seconds here left in the period. Springs has got to go to get that major decision. Nice front headlock attempt. He's chasing that angle to a shot. Can he double off? Can he double off? 4 seconds, time's up.
And that concludes our first match of the night. At 125 pounds, your winner is Ricky Springs.
And we have a 3-0 decision headed to 133 pounds by your Newberry Wolves.
Now wrestling at 133 pounds for Belmont, Carrington. Here for the Wolves.
All right. For those of you at home, we have the Michigan product, Caden Pelk, here tonight versus Elijah Carrington. Last time we saw Caden Pelk in LEA's arena, he wrestled number 6, Logan Robinson from UNC Pembroke, and took him down and pinned him in a minute. So we're excited to see this product here tonight, representing Newberry College. The Lindenwood transfer, Division I transfer here against Carrington. Carrington right in on a sweep single. Pelk's being extremely stingy there, going far knee tap to a whizzer. Can Carrington adjust? He looks like he's trying to go body lock, but Pelk is being extremely stingy with that whizzer. Going far side headlock, folks! It looks like he's got to take down a near fall. And we got 2, 3, maybe 4, and we might have the fall. He at least has a 4-count near fall there at 133 pounds to start the duel. We have a 7-0 bout right now with 2 minutes and 18 seconds here left in the period. Caden Pelk not taking that underhook, dealing with that whizzer, going far side headlock here. Looks like a little baiting call there by the official. Obviously, when you're in the top position, a guy goes underneath your leg. They have to improve that position. It looks like a 2-point reversal and at least a 1 or 2-point near fall. No near fall, just the reversal there, looks like. So it's 7-2 currently, Pelk. 2-point reversal there by Carrington. We'll see what happens here in this position from the top position for Carrington. Oh, looks like they have a 2-point near fall, according to official Paul Krause. So it's 7-4. Looks like they gave him a quick 2 there. Let's see what Carrington does. He looks like he's going far side cradle. Hard to stay in that position. Pelk is staying extremely big. 1 minute here left in the period. Let's see what happens here with a short time left. Nothing yet. Oh, Pell caught him on his back. Nothing yet. Nothing. He tried to roll through cradle. Poorly attempted there by Carrington. Carrington came through on top there in that position. Looks like he's holding a 3 now. So it's a 7-7 bout with Pelk on bottom. And essentially 0-0 with 30 seconds here left in the period when they adjust the score. Riding time currently at 30 seconds here for Carrington. Looks like it's going to end 7-7 headed into the second period. What an exchange of positions here for both individuals to be able to put 14 points up in a period here and score and wrestle through these positions. Red's choice, let's see. Carrington deferred, and looks like Pelk's going to take neutral. 7-7 here, neutral position headed in the second period. Pelk working a 2-on-1. Great underhook, knee tap there by Carrington. 3-point takedown. Coach Brown and Coach Blanton telling him up, 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 trying to suck a knee and build a base here. Carrington just hopping sides and riding wrist here. We'll see what happens with 1:15 here left in the period. Nothing yet, nothing yet. Pelk's being extremely tough in that bottom position. We got nothing yet. We have a reversal potentially here for Pelk. We have nothing yet. We got a 2-point reversal here for Pelk. And looks like Carrington's in trouble here. 10-9 currently, and looks like Pelk's going power half in that top position. Carrington's arms trapped on the bottom position. Let's see if he can use that or what he does with it. Because in the third period, it will be Carrington's choice. So let's see what happens here. Coach Blanton and Coach Brown yelling to go power half. Carrington's laying down there. He's got to work up. It looks like that Pelk might get a turn here. He's really fishing with those legs. He's laying on his hip. Not a whole lot happened if you're Carrington. 20 seconds here left in the period. He's getting real close to that turn here in that top position. 12 seconds here. He's so close to that turn. We might have near fall here. Let's see what happens in this position. One. Oh, he called it potentially dangerous. If you're Carrington, you got to think, okay, I just spent 20 seconds here in the bottom position and could not build a base and get out. You might rethink what you decide to do in the third period, even though you're up 10-9. He might take neutral. I'm not sure what he's going to end up doing here, but he's got the lead. It's his choice heading to the third period. What does Coach Bozak and Delangelo tell him to do over there? They tell him to go neutral. Randy's telling him to go neutral. Randy says go neutral. He doesn't trust that he's going Bozak. He's looking back and forth. He's not sure. Now he wants to take top. Okay, well, if he gets out here, it's going to be a tied match, 10-10. And so let's see what happens in this position if you're Caden Pelk. You got to be salivating in that bottom position right now. Pelk quad pods up, keeps that leg out. He's going cross body ride here. Can he go low leg roll? Let's see what happens here. He caught him in a headlock. Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. At least has riding time over 102. Watch that position, watch his back. Paul Krause has got to watch his back there in that position. Krause should have never let it get there, but hey. Yeah, he should have stopped it earlier before Guy got under both hips there like he was Chris Jericho doing the Lion Tamer. Not sure what was happening there. I mean, he's obviously calling injury time, but he should have never let it get to that point. 10-9 currently. 112 advantage time for Carrington. Hopefully Pelk's talking through it with trainer Dan Harrison, trying to decide if his hips are okay. Let's see what happens here. Green's going to take neutral all of a sudden here. Let's see what happens in this position. Obviously, Red got hurt. And here we are with 46 seconds here left. A one-point bout with 1:16 advantage time. Can Pelk get a takedown here in that neutral position? Carrington trying that far side knee pick here. Pelk's doing a great job of being stingy here. And looks like he might secure the takedown here, but no near fall there for Carrington. Pelk's doing a good job of trying to keep that hip down here. Looks like it's going to be a 13-14 bout. Looks like we might have a 3-3 duel here headed into 141 pounds. Nothing yet here in the top position. 40 seconds here left. Pelk's being very stingy in the bottom position. Carrington's just trying to roll and wrist, left, right, left, right. Not really doing a whole lot here in the top position. Trying to act busy there for official Paul Krause. 20 seconds here left in the period. Trying to throw that high leg in here. Let's see if maybe Pelk can get to a hip. Looks like he got under that right side arm there, trying to power a half there for Carrington. You've got to get his right hip down there if you're Pelk. Looks like it's going to be a 13-9 bout here at 133 pounds, headed into 141 pounds. At 141 pounds, you have returning NCAA All-American Luke Kunath. Took 8th last year for the Belmont Abbey Crusaders versus Cole McCullough, the Hyra, Georgia product. So we're excited to see what happens here at 141 pounds.
And now wrestling at 141 pounds, Luke Kunath. And for the Wolves, Cole McCullough.
Cole McCullough, a set of triplets from Hyra, Georgia. Ethan and Hunter are his triplet brothers versus Luke Kunath. Nice leg attack attempt there by Cole McCullough. Tried to go to a body lock. Kunath smartly escaped it. Obviously, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't feel comfortable there. Coach Bozak over there yelling, hard hand fight, get to your shots. Can you imagine growing up in a house with two brothers, being a triplet? And it's survival of the fittest. It's not just one, but it's two, it's three individuals you have to beat up all the time. So I imagine Cole McCullough is going to be battle tested for any predicament in the sport of wrestling. Nothing yet here as we enter 150 here left in the first period. Takedown attempt there by McCullough. Nothing yet. Kunath recovers and pops off his hip yet. Coach D'Angelo's over there yelling snap. Outside single attempt there by Kunath. He recovers to his neutral position with 1:10 here left in the period. Nothing yet here. Both guys here feeling each other out. 45 seconds here left in the period. Obviously, I hate to say it, but if someone was to get a takedown at the end of this first period and finish on top 3-0, might decide to duel with how cautiously both of them are wrestling. 30 seconds here left. I've seen several full shot attempts by McCullough, and I've seen a few half shot attempts. I can't say several. 2 half shot attempts by Kunath. Hopefully he opens up and tries to put a shot together here with 15 seconds here left in the period. Tries a little head fake there. Not a whole lot of action there if you're Luke Kunath. McCullough's doing a great job of keeping that forward pressure. Looks like it's going to be Red's choice. Red's going to defer. Let's see what Kunath does. Kunath's taking the bottom position. Hopefully he can power up from that bottom position. But I'm hoping if you're the Newberry Wolves faithful watching that he will keep him down. Quarter turn, inside leg stand up by Kunath. McCullough's doing a great job being tough. Leg attack attempt there by McCullough. Shin whizzer attempt there, 1-point escape. Let's see what he does with that shin whizzer. Can he keep that far leg out? And can Kunath use that? He's going near side cradle. If you're McCullough, you got to be big here. 3-point takedown. Nothing yet. Oh, McCullough's in danger here. Kunath's got that cradle locked up. The Belmont Abbey faithful over there excited about a potential fall. We have a fall here at 141. Kunath gives the Crusaders a 9-3 lead here, headed into 149 pounds.
Next we have wrestling at 149 pounds from Belmont Abbey, Skylar Caban.
At 149 for your Newberry Wolves, you have Sebastian Melendez from Evans, Georgia versus Skylar Caban. Skylar's been around for a little bit here in the Newberry wrestling pedigree. A couple years ago, I watched him wrestle a duel against PJ Wonderluck. He was up like 13-3, and PJ came back and beat him 15-13. So we'll see what happens tonight. Obviously, he's a seasoned veteran. Melendez is a freshman. Let's see what happens here at the 149-pound weight class with the Crusaders up 9-3. Front headlock attempt here by Melendez. Caban looks like he wants to go dump on that far side. He's clamping on that elbow good, like he wants to go far side outside carry or a short side dump. Both guys looking to recover, neutral position. No scoring yet. Outside single attempt there by Caban. Coach Bozak over there telling him to use that underhook. Let's see if Caban pulls the trigger. He might not. He's going front headlock. Looks like he's trying to sit the corner here. Melendez is being stingy. He cartwheels over. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Caban obviously needs to listen a tad bit more to Coach D'Angelo and to Coach Bozak in that front headlock position. Oh, I spoke too soon. He was able to figure his head in the hole and get that go behind there. And Melendez is up 3-1. 1:30 here left in the period. Nothing yet, and another takedown there by Caban. Caban does have a motor. We'll see if he can keep this pace up here for 7 minutes. 1:12 left here in the period, 6-1. Melendez needs to suck a knee and build a base here in this bottom position. Coach Brown telling him to base. Melendez is kind of laying there right now. He needs to be able to build a base and watch that bar on that far side go left hip down, not allow that wing and be stingy here in that bottom position. 44 seconds here left in the period. Nothing yet. 20 seconds here left in the bout. Six seconds here left in the period, going far side tilt. It's got to push that elbow across. Looks like Caban missed that elbow there, diving across. And we are 6-1 ahead of the second period.
Newberry 1.
Green's choice. Green's going to take bottom. See if Melendez has an answer here to neutralize him in the top position. Good breakdown, maybe a quick turn here in that position to give the Wolves the advantage here at the 149-pound weight class. Watch his head. If you're in the bottom position, Caban's going to reach for that head here, and he does. I don't want to call myself Nostradamus, but you could tell it was very predictable in that bottom position. And Melendez has got to wrestle through this and not get caught on his bottom position. And he's in a very rough spot here. If you're Melendez here, he's got to get that arm through in that bottom position and punch across and not give up the fall here at 149. He's got to get that arm through, folks. If he doesn't get that arm through, it's a fall. The Crusaders are up 15-3.
Now wrestling for Belmont at 157 pounds, we have Will Nix.
All right, folks. At 157, the Afghan sensation Bashir Uthmani coming out here versus William Nix. Let's see what happens at 157 with your Wolves down currently 18-3. .3, and my apologies to those at home. Bashir's a freshman, immigrated to the United States by way of Tampa, Florida, from Afghanistan. This is his second time in LEA's arena wearing a Newberry singlet. Nothing yet. Both guys working through that neutral position here. Nix and Uthmani feeling each other out here. Nix has a nosebleed apparently. He is like grabbing at his nose. Not sure what's wrong with him. Hopefully they call injury time. Not sure what's going on, but he wanted to walk away. And now he's rubbing his eye. Not sure what's going on over there on the far side of that bout. They shake hands, and we're ready to wrestle with official Paul Krause. Outside single attempt there by Rothmani. Nix with a re-attack attempt. Rothmani being very stingy with the whizzer, looking to fight that far wrist. A knee slip on that opposite side. We have nothing yet in that neutral position going far side. Both guys in an over-under. What happens here? Nothing yet, nothing yet. Going chin whip over there on that far side, and Nix is trying to get under that ankle. Nothing yet, nothing yet. We have a reverse half attempt there by Rothmani. That go behind that three-point takedown there by Rothmani. Nice little flurry there in that neutral position. Looks like maybe another three-point takedown there, a one-point escape. It's 3-1 currently. We got 3-1. Nothing yet. Nothing yet here. Nice leg attack attempts there. "19 seconds here left in the period. A lot of action there in about a 40-second flurry from that over-under position. For those of you at home that don't know an over-under position, you have overhook, underhook. I call it a 50-50 position because you're giving somebody an underhook and you're taking an overhook. Realistically, anybody can score from that position, so we'll see what happens here. Looks like Randy D'Angelo has to question the official here with some type of scoring opportunity or exchange here. Let's see what he says. He's questioning riding time. Riding time should have been a little bit shorter, and obviously because of the way the scoreboard worked with 1 point, yep, should be around 12, 13 seconds. Looks like based off the officials' calculations with the adjustment from the score bug, it looks like about 8 to 10 seconds advantage time there for your Newberry Wolves, Bashir Rothmani. It looks like Rothmani's going to take neutral. We'll see what Nix does in that neutral position. Hopefully he takes it to his advantage here and pull the trigger. And here we go. For 151, looks like we have some clock issues over here at the head table. Seems like we have it adjusted over here now. Paul Krause, the official's working on it. And here we are, clock counting down. Everything's correct on the score bug. Rothmani took neutral here in the second period with a 3-1 advantage at 1:57. Both these guys still being passive in this collar tie position. Still trying to figure out here what they want to do in that neutral position to open up a leg attack attempt. Leg attack attempt there by Nix. Nix is doing a great job of trying to get to it, come to that front head. Bashir's being extremely stingy. Nothing yet, nothing yet, and Bashir pushes him out of bounds, and we're neutral. .45 seconds here left in the period. 3-1, Rothmani. Remember, Nix has got a choice. Ankle pick attempt there by Rothmani. The crowd's over there yelling commit. We have a stall warning green for Belmont Abbey there. Nix does not take a whole lot of shot. A fireman's attempt by Rathmani. Nix takes a half single leg shot there. We'll see what happens here. Rathmani being stingy in that woods position with 14 seconds here left. Crowd's yelling 3. We'll see what happens in that neutral position. Tell him to watch that knee. 7 seconds here left in the period. He did not call injury time, folks, so it will not be choice here. Now he's calling injury time. So if you're Bashir, you got to keep him down. 7 seconds is his choice. Bashir's putting his knees together, working up in that neutral position. Let's see what happens here. Seven seconds here left. He's got to keep him down. He's got to keep him down for 7 seconds here to get that advantage going in the third period, because we know that Nix is going to take the bottom position here. Nix is up to his feet. Rathmani with a good mat return. 3, 2, and 1, and we are into the third period. Nix looks over at Coach D'Angelo. Coach D'Angelo is telling him to take the bottom position here. 11 seconds advantage time for Rathmani. And Nix goes wide base there. Rathmani is adjusting on top, going short cloth. He's going quad pod there for Nix. Let's see if Rathmani has a good mat return. He's got both hands under. Let's see what happens here. Nice mat return, a switch attempt there by Nix, and he's got a reversal. So it's tied 3-3 for those of you watching at home, but if Rathmani gets out, he's up 4-3. That means Nix still has got to take him down here. And it's 4-3 Rathmani at 157. Fire! Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. A nice high crotch attempt to a fireman's there by Rathmani. Sorry I yelled fire presumptively, but it looked like what I call a fireman's carry, and Rathmani gets caught in a low double. He's got to go to his belly, get his arm down here. Rathmani's in a rough spot, folks. An extremely rough spot. Looks like a fall there for Belmont Abbey. And it's 21-3 going into 165. Now, at 165, we have Austin Mary for the Crusaders and Bo Perkins for Newberry College. Not improbable, but big deficit here for the Wolves at 165. Judging by the lineup here, I would say the Wolves are favored at 65-84. So we'll see what happens here in the last 3 weight classes after these two. Perkins with a nice front headlock snap there. Let's see if he can go far side cradle there or opposite side knee pick and score in this position here. Takedown there for Perkins. Paul Krause a little late on it. Perkins with a great follow. He's got to be able to call that.
Takedown for Bo Perkins.
Perkins doing a good job of keeping them knees tucked there, sitting on them ankles, not allowing Mary to work up there. Coach Bozak over there telling him to cut. Mary's just kind of hanging out here in that bottom position. It's really got to suck a knee and build a base here. Coach D'Angelo telling him to keep coming up. One-point escape for Mary. Leg attack attempt there by Perkins. Perkins cracks him to a hip, step overs and hooks. See if he can put Mary in danger, and Mary's in danger, and we have a three-point takedown there on the edge.
A three-point takedown for the Wolves.
Both guys on the edge here. Perkins trying to keep him in, and we're out of bounds. .59 seconds here left in the period.
And a one-point takedown for Belmont.
One-point escape there. Yeah. And another three-point takedown for Perkins.
Three-point takedown for Perkins.
33 seconds here left in the period. Perkins hopes to finish this position on the top. A turn would be fantastic here to give them a nice 13-2 lead. But Perkins needs to be able to keep him down with short time here left. 15 seconds, drops to a double. Can he get to a headlock? Nope, nothing yet. He's still in a wizard position. And Mary's going to get to one-point escape.
One-point escape, Belmont.
And we are neutral. 9-3 headed into the second period.
Now going into the second period, the Wolves lead 9-3.
Perkins gets choice. Perkins takes bottom. Perkins is like he's going short sit to a switch maybe. Let's see what happens there. Mary's going far side chop. Keeping that right hip to the mat. Perkins trying to work up here. Mary's really good with that left-hand tight waist there. Really trying to pull it across, and Perkins able to work up. Mary's throwing that right leg in here. See what he does with it. Perkins doing a good job keeping his knees together, not letting Mary get deep into those hips in that top position. Bo builds a base there. Perkins going back, scooping and throwing, trying to throw that right leg in there. Going back, trying to scoop and hook. If I'm Mary, I might want to go to something else in that top position. Obviously, that's not working for him in that sequence of events there. Going short half there in a tight waist. Perkins being real strong with the base. I think he warned both guys. He warned green and he warned red. Both guys have got to work to improve there in that position. Now Mary's high and Perkins comes out the back door. 11-3. Perkins back on top here. It's 11-3 here, headed toward the end of the second period.
Now going into the third period, our score is 11-3, Wolves leading.
Mary's going to have a choice here. Let's see what he does. Mary looks over at Coach D'Angelo, Coach Bozak. One says neutral, one says bottom, and they tell him, all of a sudden they now agree to tell him to go top. Looks like a little bit of discombobulation over there, but let's see what happens here for Mary in that top position with a 11-3 deficit. Perkins to his feet. Tries to hip over there for Perkins. Nothing yet for Mary. And Mary's trying to stay up. Short double attempt. 1 point escape there for Perkins. And a 3-point takedown. So a set of back points here would give Perkins the technical fall. If I'm Coach Brown or Blanton, I would tell him to cut him. I don't think that Mary's going to go to his back, but I think takedowns are a common occurrence here in this predicament. 1:22 left. Take him down, let him up. Take him down, let him up. Get that technical fall. Give the Wolves the technical fall going into the 174-pound weight class. Thank you. And we're out of bounds. Never mind, we are not out of bounds. We're in by a toe, and he let him go. 1 minute left here. Leg attack attempt by Mary. Double attempt by Perkins. Perkins has got to cut him. Now they're yelling, cut him. He's got to cut him. He's up by 14. He's got to cut him. He's got to cut him, folks, for those of you at home. Cut him! Cut him! Cut him! 30 seconds here left in the period. Perkins has got to let him go to get that technical fall. Nice mat return attempt there by Perkins. It looks like Perkins might hold on for a major decision here, folks. And my apologies for those of you at home. Righty time does give him the technical fall. He scores 21-8.
Brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. Now wrestling for Belmont at 174, Christian Arrington. In for the Wolves, Josh Echeverria.
Now headed into 174, you have true freshman Josh Echeverria versus Christian Arrington. Looks like Paul Krause is calling Arrington to the table. We're not sure what's going on over here right now. You got to pump it up. Y'all can't hear Echeverria's introduction song out there. They have yet to get the score clock set here. And here we are at 174, 0-0. Freshman versus junior. Outside single attempt there by Arrington. And a takedown there by Arrington. Nothing yet there on the edge. bottom guy set. Arrington in there on top. Neutral position there. Echeverria getting an escape here, 3-1. Three-point take there by Arrington on the edge. 6-1 here with 1:20 here left in the bout. Echeverria's going to be down here. Arrington's going to be in the top position. Echeverria's up, reaching back there, trying to catch him in that position. Let's see what happens. Arrington looks to scramble through. Arrington gets caught in a little roll around and gets to his belly there. 3-point takedown. 9-2 here with 1 minute left in the period. We're on the edge here. Got to be smart here if you're Echeverria. It was 18-4, right? The match at the end, right? Haven. Should have been 18-4, and then riding time would have made it 19-4, which would have been a technical fall. I'm asking you. You don't remember? Okay, all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I'm just going off what you remember. It's okay. Good stand-up attempt there by Echeverria. Short time here left, 4 seconds here left in the period, and looks like it's going to be Newberry's choice. Newberry's choice, and they're going to defer. And both guys here in the neutral position. Double leg attempted by Arrington. 3-point takedown. Seconds here left in the period. Arrington being very dominant in the neutral position, up 12-2 currently. 30 seconds here left in the period. And it looks like it's going to be Arrington's choice here headed in the third period. I'm sorry, Echeverry, he deferred. My apologies. Echeverry's going to take top. Arrington's going to take the bottom position. Throws a leg then. Arrington falls to a hip. 1 point escape there for Arrington. Up 13-2. Leg attack attempted by Arrington. Echeverry being extremely stingy here. Let's see if he does with that belly whizzer. Keeps his hips away from Arrington, but Arrington's very strong in that position. And a 3-point takedown there for Arrington. A 1-point escape for Red. It looks like Red is, or Green is dealing with something. Looks like looks like we have an injury time there for Belmont Abbey on that far side there. Arrington's limping. Looks like Red's choice there. Red's going to take the bottom position. One-point escape there for Red, and we're up 16-4 here with 56 seconds left. Leg attack attempt right off the whistle by Echeverry. Echeverry's coming out with a flurry. Looks like Arrington's backing up. And we're out of bounds there on the edge. .30 seconds here left in the period. Double leg attempt there by Arrington and a 3-point takedown. That'll give Belmont Abbey the technical fall. So best case scenario for the Wolves, if they were to get 3 pins moving forward here, they could tie the duel. But that's a stretch there for the Wolves, obviously, considering a lot of young talent in the lineup tonight for the Wolves. 49-57, 60, 49-57, 74, all freshmen for them. And here at 184, we have Kyler Pickard versus John Parker Wilson. Both of these guys potentially 1-2 in Super Region 2 there at 184 pounds. Pickard's been around the block for a while. John Parker Wilson's a two-time Super Region champion at 197, moving down to 184. Makes his debut at this weight class. .210 here left in the period. Not a lot of action in neutral position, just a lot of hand fighting. Underhook attempt there by Pickard. Nice limp attempt there by Parker Wilson. May both these guys still filling each other out here in the neutral position. Minute 20 here left in the period. Leg attack attempt there by Pickard. Can't quite get to the ankle there of Parker Wilson. .45 seconds here left in the period. .20 seconds here left in the period. Pickard's really trying to post-chop combo there in that neutral position to get John Parker to step, to get to that outside angle. John Parker's doing a great job being light on his feet, and we are neutral. No score, Green's choice. Green is going to take down, it looks like, and John Parker Wilson will be in the top position. Nothing yet, and Pickard's back on the mat here. John Parker's doing a great job in that top position. Pickard's back on the mat again. Pickard seems to can't stay up. He seems to can't handle John Parker's weight in that top position. And it looks like John Parker might have a short headlock here and see what happens in this top position. Pickard seems to be struggling in that bottom position. We have a 2 count. Looks like a 3 count. A 3 count there in that top position. Looks like John Parker's got 3 near fall there. One-point escape there for Pickard. Apparently it was not near fall. It looked like a side headlock. My apologies. But again, it was close to that 90-degree angle. Hard to tell from my distance over here across the gymnasium. .56 seconds advantage time currently for John Parker. Outside leg attack attempt here by Pickard. Looks like he tried to grab his ankle and then stood right up. And we're going to be Looks like 1-0 here for Pickard, headed into the third period. John Parker Wilson's going to take down. Parker Wilson has 56 seconds of advantage time for those of you at home. He's 4 seconds away from a minute. Let's see what Pickard does in the top position. And we have 1 point escape there with 41 seconds here left. 41 seconds advantage time for John Parker. 1-1. .115 here left in the period. Looks like either a short spurt of an attempt there, an outside single by Pickard, or they're going to overtime here. Hard to say what's going to happen here. Level changes keep happening by Pickard, but he's afraid to pull the trigger. I feel like he's committing about 60-70% there. .30 here left in the bout. Pickard's really trying that chop post combo there, trying to clear those collar ties of Parker Wilson. Underhook attempt there by John Parker. Single leg attempt. John Parker's being stingy here. Scrambling through, drops to a single here. Can he score this? 7 seconds here left in the period, low single position. Pickard's trying to wrestle through it. And we have a 3-point takedown here, looks like, folks. Oh, he's saying no takedown. Looked extremely close from my angle. Hard to say here. Looks like we're going sudden victory here. As our announcer said, first score wins in sudden victory. Illegal touching, illegal contact, a takedown, a stall call, all of it works here with 2 minutes here in the period. Outside single attempt by John Parker. Good stuff attempt there by Kyle Pickard. Coach D'Angelo keeps yelling, you gotta go, you gotta go. 1:20 here left. Coach Bozak's yelling high pace. Nothing yet, nothing yet. A leg pass attempt there by John Parker. He comes up with his knees. Pickard's kind of laying there on his hip. Whizzer attempt by John Parker Wilson. Nothing yet by Pickard. We have nothing yet, and a takedown there by Pickard. Great flurry, great exchange. Sudden victory win there by Kyle Pickard there in overtime. 4-1. Now at 197, we have Caleb Moore versus Ben Valdez. Outside single attempt there by Moore. Fireman's attempt. Great takedown there by Caleb Moore on the edge. Moore being tough in the top position. Valdez hanging tough there in that bottom position. He's trying to get under that leg there. Looks like Moore's trying to go power half. Looks like now he's trying to go far side tilt here. He's got that cross wrist locked up, it looks like. Valdez has got to clear that wrist. Nice little flurry there on the edge. Looks like Valdez tried to hip through and they went out bounds there. But it looks like Moore kept his feet in. .110 here left in the period. Close to a 1 count there for Moore. Not quite. 45 seconds here left. So he's got a wing and a wrist. If you're Valdez, you got to fight tough here. Trying to bridge through there. Keeps those hips up. We may have a 3 count. Looks like a quick 3 count there from official Paul Krause. And we have a 4 count there in that top position there for Caleb Moore. 10-0 here headed into the second period at 197. Nice drag attempt and a takedown there by Caleb Moore. 13-0. One set of backs here will give the technical fall. And that's it for Caleb Moore, Belmont Abbey. As long as Valdez can fight off his back here and preserve the pin, and that's the technical fall for Belmont Abbey. It will give them a 35-8 lead headed into 285-pound weight class. My apologies, 34-8. 34-8. Eddie Morales versus Rylan Madison. Looks like we have a clock issue here. 1 second for those of you at home. Trying to get the clock set here. The feedback time between the scoring unit and the scoreboard takes a few seconds. And here we are ready to rock and roll. They got the score set here at 285 pounds between Morales and Madison. Looks like we have blood time there on red, right outside the nose. I can't tell if it's a scratch or a nosebleed there from Madison. But trainer Dan Harrison's out there taking care of it for the Newberry Wolves. And here we are ready to rock and roll. .50 spot here by Madison, trying to pummel through. Nothing yet. Go behind attempt there and a takedown there. No, nothing. Now we have a takedown there by Madison. 1:40 here left in the bout, first period. Mat returned by Madison. And 1 point escape there by Morales. And it looks like we have more blood time there for Madison. Looking to dig that underhook there by Madison. 45 seconds here left in the period. Nothing yet here. 22 seconds left in the period. Green's choice here. He looks over. Coach D'Angelo tells him to go down. It looks like Morales is going to take the bottom position. Madison's going to take the top position here. 20 seconds advantage time here for Madison. And we're off. Leg attack attempt there by Morales. Chest wrap attempt there. And a three-point takedown there by Morales. Madison's got a second knee and build a base to be able to come up to his feet. Morales threw his headgear off, it looks like. I don't know what's going on over there with the headgear. It looks like Paul Krause is calling my time. Apparently there was a headgear malfunction there for Belmont Abbey. Maybe a strap broke, a chin strap broke, I'm not sure. Looks like somebody else is handing Morales a different headgear. Hopefully this one will stay on his head. All right, 125 here left in the bout. 5-3 Morales currently. And Madison's looking to work up from that bottom position. It looks like Morales is very close to locking hands there. Not entirely sure, but let him go. And we are neutral here. 1 second, 2 seconds advantage time currently for Morales. 5-4 currently. Nice leg attack attempt there. See if he can suck a knee and build a base or come out the back door for Madison. Got to keep them hands locked. Looks like Morales is going to hit a go behind. Potentially. Hard to say here. Belmont Abbey bench is yelling at him, man. 3-point takedown, Morales. Looks like a tilt attempt here by Morales. Nothing yet. No near fall there. Signaled by the official. 10 seconds here left in the period. 8-4 currently. Red's choice. Madison looks at Coach Brown. Coach Brown tells him blood time real quick, and it looks like he wants to take the down position. Hopefully, the athletic trainer, Dan Harrison's out there doing maybe a little double plug action up Ryland's nose. Trying to get him through these last 2 minutes here of the third period. Madison's going to take the bottom position with Morales on top. Scores 8-4, 37 seconds advantage time for Morales. And 2-point reversal. A 1-point escape for Madison. Now we have a 9-6 bout. If Madison can get a takedown here, he will send this to overtime, folks. Leg double attempt here by Madison. Madison's got to recover from those shots. Morales is doing a fantastic job of trying to hit a go behind. No points awarded yet. 120 here left in the bout. Madison's got to come up. He's got to work up. He's got to come off his knees. Clamp an elbow circle and pop his head. Coach Brown-Jones stalemate. We got nothing yet here. Paul Krause is not signaling anything. Ryland's trying to get his hands locked here. Looks like a stalemate to me, and we have a stalemate. 1 minute here left in the period. Takedown from Madison will send us to overtime. Low double attempt there. Madison has his arm up. He's in trouble here, folks. Tries to come under. Looks like he's trying to sit under there. He gets to a single. He's got to suck a knee here. Got to get his knees underneath him. He's extended. He's in a rough spot here, folks. 33 seconds here left in the period.
It should be like 33. Oh, he let him cook down 29. Okay.
33 seconds here left in the period. Madison gets a takedown here. We'll send it to overtime. Like I said before, 20 seconds here left in the period. Low double attempt there by Madison. Morales doing a good job keeping his hips back here. 10 seconds here left in the bout. And your Crusaders are going to come up with looks like a 37-8 victory here and qualify for the postseason in the South Atlantic Conference Carolinas.
Bringing our final team score 37-8, Belmont. Wrestling for an exhibition up next from Belmont Abbey, Finn Buchanan, and for the Newberry Wolves, Big Gilliam! Three-point takedown for the Wolves. Three-point takedown for Vic Gilliam.
We're back here for an exhibition match for the Wolves. It's a one-point takedown for Buchanan.
And your final score for the day's duel, 37-8, Belmont Abbey. The Wolves will return Sunday, February 1st at 9 a.m. for the Newberry Open Tournament. Head to NewberryWolves.com for more information on the awards. Have a good night and drive home safely. This is Big Dog Jenkins signing off.